Hey, you tuned into the Keep It Real show. I'm your host Deontay Love, and I'm sitting right here with two of the smartest businessmen right here. They're not trying to get likes on Facebook. They're not trying to get you to like them. They're actually in the music business. They're actually handling their music business. So, shout out to Deaf Side Records, man. And I wanted to know. This is a question from me. I wanted to know where do you, what is the pinnacle for Deaf Side Records? Where do you see yourself being?
Um, I see us being a major independent company. Um, I see us bringing out the cats that, like, back to what you said, like, that ain't out for the internet fame or the buzz, like, or the cats that don't have that. Them dudes I see us bringing out in the future. Them the dudes I like to work with, the ones that ain't all cocky and arrogant or whatever. And to work with them type people, you need to find people that ain't really got a big buzz like that. Because a lot of cats in our city in Cincinnati, it's like when you get a buzz, the first thing you do is get cocky. You stop doing collabs and you stop responding to people.
Right, right.
If that's the correct thing to do, or if that make you feel celebrity or whatever. So I won't.
Do we all agree that that's not being a
That's
businessman? That's
not
exactly backwards.
Anybody know that message me whenever? No, you're gonna get a response from Ganja. I ain't gonna leave you high and dry, ignore your message or whatever. You feel me? And I feel like I am an artist with a buzz. I feel like I am an artist like on the level of the people that I'm describing or whatever. But yeah, the future for Deaf Side Records is the company that broke Cincinnati through and Indianapolis through. You feel me?
Right.
Brought out the guys that's really out there grinding and really trying and ain't getting a chance. I want us to be a credit. I want us to take credit for bringing those guys out, all of them.
Right, man. And you have my respect right here. You have the respect that the streets don't love you back, man. People out here are always fooling, but I know that y'all out here doing the right thing and promoting your company the way that you're supposed to be, man.
Right.
And now I have some questions from my emailers. Now my emailers is crazy. Now these people sit at their computer all day long and they just come up with crazy stuff for me to ask you guys. So I wanted to ask you a little bit about that, man. I wanted to ask you guys, what do you feel about the club scene in Cincinnati?
I think the club scene in Cincinnati is cool. I think it's the rappers in Cincinnati that's off the chain. A lot of the clubs that don't have performers don't have violence.
Right.
And that's messed up, but it's real in Cincinnati. The clubs that don't have performers really don't have violence, and the clubs that do have performers really don't have violence on the nights we're not performing. I'll go ahead and say we because I'm one of the performers, but I think the clubs are cool. Clubs, they need to regulate who they let book shows and perform.
Right, because some of these guys had the intention of, and I've seen some things on Twitter and Facebook where some of these guys book their show. They say, yeah, we gonna tear it up tonight, and they putting out this message that they're gonna do, that they just gonna be out of control. Wow, they're not putting out the message that it's gonna be a great show. It's just gonna be out of control.
And then the younger dudes would take that and interpret that as we going to fight tonight. We going to tear the club up for real. Like when this artist performer, probably talking about going to have a good time. Like, but the dudes they bring with them.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? It's the dudes like the K. Riley and T.I. situation. It be the dudes you bring with you that misinterpret what you on the internet talking about. And, probably overdoing it, playing tough or whatever. Not making yourself clear. Most likely, probably not being yourself. And you can get situations started that you didn't even know was going to get started. And we, as the performers, give the clubs a bad rep. I think the club's cool. It's the performers need to get it together.
Right. So what do you say? What is Deaf Side Records, who we feel is real and true to what they're doing? What do you say to these guys out there who booking these events and the music is? I have to say the music is completely whack. They just talking about some nonsense and they bringing that all to the club. What would you say to someone like that?
Do your research. Research artists before you book. Read a person's wall. On Facebook, people so slow and ignorant. They post their whole life on their Facebook wall. They tell you, some guys they just beat up the night before they performed at your club that night. Do research. That'll save your club.
Right.
A Facebook wall, a studio video, it'll save your club.
Right, right. Because a lot of people out there and a lot of club owners, I get to speak to a lot of them, and they tell me, hey, I tell you, I got this violence problem, and whoop-de-whoop, I can't do this and I can't do that, man. That's why we wanted to ask Deaf Side Records, how can we go about changing those type of things? And he said it really simple and clear to you, that you can research the artists that you're going to have in there, man, and get some official
Stop
people
being
in
so
there.
thirsty for money.
Right.
Like, it's okay to turn down money. If you're getting paid, you can turn down, $450, $400 this week. Your door gonna make more money than that anyway. So, do research.
Right, right. And if the club gets shut down, you ain't making nothing.
You gotta sell the club and change the name.
Right, right, right. So now let me now these other questions I want to ask you also before you go. You still have a little time, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. So tell me a little bit more about the type of music that your company makes.
I mean, we make street music. We make music for the streets. We got different artists, and different artists that touch on different types of music for the streets. It's street music, but I got an R&B artist, that's not gonna get on the track and talk about the shoot 'em up and the dope dealing and all that goes on in the hood. But she's still a street artist. She's definitely a street artist. That's what she write about. We got artists that can touch on like the conscious type music too. You feel me? We got artists for everybody. Deaf Side Records got artists for everybody. We got me. I keep it straight street. I rap it. I keep it street. You feel me? But at the same time, like the comment on a tweet that I put on Twitter the other day, I was telling people after this Hitman for Hire mixtape drop, I was gonna change a lot of the message that I put in my music.
Right.
People took that the wrong way, as if I'm like a church dude or something now, which ain't the case, because I ain't talking about changing my vocabulary at all. Like, I'm still gonna say words that have to be bleeped on the show, but no, I'm gonna change the message.
Right,
you
right.
feel me? I can
Right,
talk
right.
about the hood without telling you to go, without making it sound like I'm telling you it's cool to do this.
Right.
Like, I can tell you things about the hood that'll change the way, or change something you might go do.
Right,
You
right.
feel me?
And like I say, that some of the stories that you guys tell, these are real stories. These are real tales of stuff that went down. So you would be able to tell these young people in a story form of how it just went down, and maybe you ain't got to go down that road. So that's why we respect you guys so much, man. And I had a question for you also.
Yes,
I wanted the people want to know, if they go to YouTube and see Deaf Side Records videos, what are they gonna see?
So you're gonna see some pretty raw, mostly
The streets.
street, uncut street videos.
Right, right. To paint a real picture of what's been going on,
Yeah,
and
to paint
what
a
y'all
picture
went
of the
through, and
reality
things like
that we go through, that we live in, that our people that we around go through.
Right, right.
At the same time, though, that's not all that we put out. Like I say, we're a record label with a variety of artists and talent. You feel me? So if you go to my YouTube channel, you might see see a lot of street videos, but you can scroll down and see some more videos I got. I hear music where I'm actually telling a story, a down to earth story about a black dude living in the hood. Where I ain't gotta mention not one time in that song. Well, I don't really rap about killing people anyway. Like, and I got y'all hear that when my mixtape come out. Really won't hear me rapping about saying I'm about to go kill this nigga, or I just shot a dude or whatever. You feel me? Like, and people might mistake the title of my mixtape, Hitman for Hire, as me making a take about killing, which is not. Like, I'm the hitman for the rap game. You
Right.
feel me? I'm here to take out some of these rappers, the rappers I'm speaking on. You feel me?
Right.
I'm a hitman for the rap game, and like, that's back to me telling you about the tweet. Like, I'm gonna change I'm definitely gonna change the message in my music without changing vocabulary. I'm still gonna speak to the people that I choose to speak to, my audience, my target market. I'm still gonna write to them, but it's gonna have a different message, a more powerful message, and more personal.
Right, right. And that's why I say a lot of people fall off, and this is going to be the telling thing to take you on to the next level, just
Right.
like you always do. Because a lot of people try to stay the same through their music. At a certain time you are a certain way, but as you grow up and as we all grow up, we all change, and your music
gotta
should
grow
change
with you.
also. And if it's not doing that, you ain't doing nothing that's going to be promoted on the Keep It Real show. We would be happy to air all Ganja's videos and all the things that he's doing, and be proud of whatever he's doing, man. Because it's the Keep It Real show, and these guys is definitely on here keeping it real, man. And that's what it is, man. That's what it is. And we're gonna get more. Can we get more with y'all after this video?
Yeah,
Roll
yes,
the
sir.
video, and I'll get
Yeah.
right back with y'all.
Yes,
It's
sir.
the Keep It Real show.
Keep it real.
Mike Gibbs, aka Day Day, Y'all hot dog water smelling bitches, make sure y'all go get that motherfucking Outlaw DVD. Them is the realest niggas in the street. They represent motherfuckers from the penitentiary. You hot dog water smelling bitches. Two titty with a glass Kool-Aid with a wooden leg with a bus schedule on it looking motherfuckers. We out of this motherfucker outlaw for life, bitch.
Y'all be ready. Salesforce hustlers, for shells for the busters. I'm one of only 7 who was chosen, and no matter who stop, I got to keep pushing forward. Been getting money since Wayne was a soldier. Riding shotgun next to Pac, throwing doja. 50 was still healing from them 9 shots. When still I rise, drop, I told baby not to let her tears drop. Had an independent spirit, so we hit the block. Made a quick million, bought some houses and some drops. 12 years greater, man, the game still old. You don't believe me, look your favorite rapper know me, I'm an outlaw. Man, Slack, clock in the outlaw, clock in the outlaw, clock in the outlaw. I'm people been clocking the outlaw, clocking the outlaw, clocking the outlaw. We man, Slack, clock in the outlaw, clock in the outlaw, clock in the outlaw. Dog Entertainment, it's a movement, you already know what it is. Clocking the outlaw. Around the same time Biggie made Juicy, I was breaking